because I know that some of you were already working on hard drives. How many of you are close to finishing the hard drive from yesterday? Because I can still allow another hour or so of work, or an hour and a half of work on hard drives. We've got enough time before I have to start the material for today's material. Oh, look, you made it. So.
Yeah, I heard on the radio.
Yep.
That's insane.
Super fun.
How many cars?
Quite a few.
So I would say we spend from now until 10:15, 10:30 continuing and finishing hard drives and doing the stuff from yesterday. Then we switch to the material for today, and my goal for today is to get through enough of the changes and the properties that are necessary to get up to RAID arrays. So basically I'm going to be focusing on partition structures and some basic file system stuff. I'm not replacing like a forensics class for other topics. It's enough to get you to understand what's wrong with the drive from a logical standpoint, from the data that I've recovered. And as you've seen, most of you that have gotten something to work, you don't get every single sector. So sometimes you have to figure out what the data is that you do get. There also is a issue with different revs of different drives and the sizes and what happens to the data. So we need to talk about those things as well. And then the world of pre-Vista and post-Vista, believe it or not, actually makes a huge, tremendous difference in the layout of our data. So we'll have to talk about that from that standpoint. But I would say take another hour, hour and a half, go through drives, feel comfortable with what you're doing today from a warm-up standpoint from finishing yesterday, and then we'll get into the rest of the material and start going down this process again. Okay? All right, so if you need a new drive, you still have just enough time probably to do a whole nother drive if you haven't had one that you were completing from yesterday. Okay?